14 million. That's the number of meals Golden Harvest served to people in the CSRA last year. And with the reopening of their Aiken location, they'll be able to help even more people in rural areas for years to come. Golden Harvest leaders say the new renovations will let them increase the number of meals they serve by 20% this year, a number they've never hit before. Golden Harvest serves 6 South Carolina counties, and they say the need throughout their coverage area isn't slowing down. With the newly renovated Aiken location, they've updated volunteer packing and sorting areas and added a new team who will focus directly on South Carolina neighbors.
We can help with building partners who distribute the food so they could come to us and be able to procure that food at a much lower cost to be able to absorb their budget, which by and large our partners work on a $500 an average month budget.
The Aiken facility also offers SNAP application assistance, a backpack program for kids, senior boxes, and more. Good morning, by the way. Forgot to throw that in there in the beginning of the FastCast. All right, we're learning new details about an Evans High School teacher charged with DUI. Georgia State Patrol says Jeremy Gant was arrested Sunday and charged with DUI, less safe, and improper headlights. The report says the officer noticed a strong smell of alcohol coming from Gant's car. During the field sobriety test, he says Gant showed multiple signs of intoxication. Gant also reportedly told the officer he'd only had 1 beer, but later said he drank 3 to 4 while driving patrons around as a hospitality driver. Gant refused to take a breathalyzer at the scene, also refused a blood test, explaining that DUI less safe charge. We reached out to Columbia County Schools, who did confirm this incident happened outside of school hours and is not connected to the school. An investigation currently underway after a body was found in a wooded area on McNutt Road yesterday morning. Richmond County deputies say the body was there for a few days before it was found. They say because of the body's condition, a positive ID has not yet been made. An autopsy, though, has been scheduled. We'll continue to follow this case and bring you updates as we get them. We're learning more about the raid of an Aiken massage parlor where 2 employees were arrested. The arrest stemmed from when a handyman told police he was offered sexual services instead of the $300 fee for his work. The handyman told police he turned down the offer and left. He adds over the course of his work, he saw a number of people visit at random times, leaving after 15 minutes or an hour. That was one of the many tips law enforcement got before its undercover operation Monday. The 2 employees are charged with prostitution. The Charles B. Webster Detention Center is supposed to be home to 1,000 inmates, but right now there are more than 1,300. After a sting operation yesterday, deputies found shanks, drugs, and tattoo devices crammed in with the inmates. But deputies say those results are better than they used to be.
We're actually seeing less of the shanks than we were seeing before. It was not uncommon to get, 20, 30 shanks off of one pod. Now today we did several pods and we came up with 20 total. That is a great improvement.
Richmond County officials know overcrowding is a problem and they've been doing what they can to manage it, including a new pod designed to hold up to 350 inmates and working to rehabilitate those inside. They're also working on more ways to lower the number of people incarcerated through different community programs. The Augusta VA is helping educate veterans on everything they can do with their disabilities. Yesterday, they held a support group for vets and their families affected by limb loss. They're working to help these veterans not just survive with a lost limb, but fully live their lives.
Our goal is once veterans have their prosthetics, if they are a prosthetic user, some are not, and they utilize their wheelchair for their primary means of mobility. But we want to wean them off the need of the clinicians or staff, and they find through these adaptive sports just a camaraderie. They then take that on into their neighborhood or into their community and just continue with their wellness.
They also hold events with those adaptive sports like an adaptive climbing wall and adaptive cycling. Both will happen next week. And for veterans who've experienced limb loss or anybody who needs a wheelchair or medical bed, affording those can be a struggle. That's where Cutter's Resource Closet and Sons of Consolidation Ministries come in. Cutter's Resource Closet provides medical supplies, equipment, and resources to people in need at zero cost to them. And now with Sons of Consolidation Ministries, they're able to repair more equipment they may need and get it to even more people.
For everything that they get that they can't use because it needs repaired, we have the ability to repair it and to provide as much equipment as they need. And then they have the ability to get it into people's hands. And ultimately, we can meet the need of more patients that way.
You can help as well. You can donate medical supplies, volunteer, or just make a donation to either organization. To do that, you can go to our website, wrdw.com, and search Finding Solutions. Columbia County officials are in talks to bring a new data center to the area. The proposed project would be at the White Oak Industrial Park. That's off Morris Callaway Road and Innovation Parkway. The industrial park is set to bring in world-class technology businesses and data center development. We are working to learn more about that project. The Columbia County Spring Fair is back. It kicks off tonight until the 27th at the fairgrounds on Columbia Road. You can enjoy some family fun on rides and, of course, that great fair food. This year's proceeds will be donated to the Children's Hospital of Georgia for more beds. The gates will be open Monday to Friday at 5 o'clock and then at noon on Saturday and Sunday. Gate admission is $10. Kids 5 and under get in for free. More ticket information can be found at columbiacountyfair.net. Two parts of our area got millions for road, water, and sewer infrastructure improvements from Georgia Governor Brian Kemp. Augusta's Economic Development Authority and the city of Swainsboro both got $2.5 million. In Augusta, that money will be used for new single-family housing units in the Southern Oaks Phase 1 development with contributions from Augusta Utilities. And in Swainsboro, the money will go towards developing new homes in the Rolling Oaks subdivision. Some Augusta offices will be closed today for Good Friday. That includes the Municipal Building, Augusta Utilities, Parks and Rec offices, including community centers. Parks and cemeteries will remain open. Transit services and garbage collection will run as normal, and Augusta 311 will be open from 8:30 to 5. That's it for the news side of things this morning. Let's send it over now to First Alert meteorologist Tim Strong on a hot Friday.
Oh, it is going to get toasty out there. Setting some temps up yesterday, closer to the 80s. Today, easily, we're going to be getting warmer and warmer. Beautiful look here at that sun. It's coming up over Grovetown, exit 190. Temperatures, they bottomed out in the upper 40s. Nice cool start, but it won't take long before we start seeing those temperatures climb more into the 60s and 70s mid-morning. 50s up and down the I-20 corridor, Aiken, Saluda, a little north up there around the Lake Thurman area, Thurman Dam. It's been 60s all morning. That's where we're going to move quickly. 10 to noon, 60s to middle 70s. Could even be looking at what could be an 80-degree mark between noon and 1 o'clock during that lunchtime hour. But plenty of warmth for today. Above average highs, middle 80s, winds 5 to 10 coming in from the south. It's going to be a hot outlook for the Easter weekend. Lows more into the 50s and 60s all through next week. 89 to 87 into Easter Sunday. Finally, we're seeing a little bit more opportunity for a shower or storm. Not a lot, but more of that typical spring-like setup with warm afternoons and pop-up storms to go along with it Tuesday through Thursday. Have a great day.